gentlemen, mesdames and messieurs, children of all ages, and the millions around the world, put your hands together for Jason Harris.
Thank you.
Harris.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason Harris. Thank you so much for coming out to the event, guys. We really appreciate it. You know, this takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and you know, I couldn't do it without such an amazing team. You see some of them floating around out here. If you see them later today, you know, give them a high five, shake on the hand, pat on the back. Really, we couldn't do this without them. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm originally from the States, so please don't hold that against me. I've been in Canada for roughly about 10, almost going on 11 years now. And I've got to watch the Canadian automotive industry really kind of change over the past decade. I've been in the automotive business for the last 15 years. I've done everything from salesperson to F&I to sales manager to general manager to dealer principal. So I've had an opportunity to really kind of deep dive to operations at pretty much every single level. Currently right now my endeavor is Digital Dealership Solutions. It is a marketing agency designed specifically for automotive dealerships just like yours. And today what I wanted to talk about, guys, was Facebook. And I know that Facebook marketing and advertising has been spoken a lot about the last couple of years, but I really want to get even deeper into it and really deep dive into strategy. So if you guys are here and you're in charge of your marketing strategy at your dealership, get that pen out. Oh, I see already. Get that pen out, get ready, because we're really going to dive into what it takes to really develop out a next level Facebook marketing strategy. This is one of my favorite quotes, and I like to really kind of start off our strategy talk today with this. You know, creative without strategy is called art. The time I've been in this industry, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of artistic individuals, a lot of artistic agencies. Creative with strategy, guys, that's what we call marketing. And it starts with the strategy. In fact, you're going to find out today we're going to spend more time talking about the strategy, audience development, and objectives before we even start talking about creative. But before we do that, this is one of my favorite scenes to really kind of set the tone of a great movie called Moneyball, which is obviously very appropriate for where we are.
So using this equation in the upper left right here, I'm projecting that we need to win at least 99 games in order to make it to the postseason. We need to score at least 814 runs in order to win those games and allow no more than 645 runs.
What's this?
This is the code that I've written for our year-to-year projections. This is building in all the intelligence that we have to project players.
Okay.
It's about getting things down to one number. Using the stats the way we read them, we'll find value in players that nobody else can see. People are overlooked for a variety of biased reasons and perceived flaws. Age, appearance, personality. Bill James and mathematics cut straight through that. Billy, of the 20,000 notable players for us to consider, I believe that there's a championship team of 25 people that we can afford, because everyone else in baseball undervalues them. Like an island of misfit toys. Billy, this is Chad Bradford. He's a relief pitcher. He is one of the most undervalued players in baseball. His defect is that he throws funny. Nobody in the big leagues cares about him because he looks funny. This guy could be not just the best pitcher in our bullpen, but one of the most effective relief pitchers in all of baseball. This guy should cost $3 million a year. We can get him for $237,000.
Guys, we need to take a very similar approach to the way that we spend our marketing dollars. All right. I have Currently, we work with a little over 70 dealerships in Ontario, a handful of them also in the US. And I got a group of them together at the end of 2018. And I asked them, what do they expect from us as an agency moving into 2019? And this is what they said. More results for no more money. Does that sound familiar? That was the challenge that was set in front of us, was more results with as little money as humanly possible. And for the last 10 years, that is exactly what we've been looking for. I've been called a professional sandbox hunter because it's exactly what we do. We find those sandboxes, those spaces in between the cracks that provide us an incredibly high engagement at a low cost. And we take advantage of those spaces until, well, we just can't afford to take advantage of them anymore, and then we have to find another sandbox. Right? The way that we are structuring our advertising right now, our marketing efforts right now, ultimately just has to change. And one of the ways that we need to change that right out of the gate is that, guys, we have to set goals. Like, if you guys are in charge of your marketing efforts at your dealership, you need to be intimate, I mean intimate, with your dealership's goals and objectives. And guys, a goal and objective is not, I just want to sell more cars, because duh. All right. It needs to be very, very specific. It needs to be down to which model of car, which trim of car, all right? You guys also need to know your own inventory levels. Yes, if you're in charge of marketing, you need to know inventory levels. I can't tell you how many times I've seen ads run for cars they don't even have, right? We need to cut all of that excess spend down so that we can give the best results humanly possible back to our dealership. And to do that, we need to understand those goals and objectives, not only in your new car department, but your used car department, your parts department, your service department. You need to intimately know those goals and objectives. And if the dealership doesn't know those goals and objectives, then you need to be assisting them with that. Before getting into creative, we have to find those goals. Then we need to let those goals define our audience. Does that kind of make sense? Let me kind of walk you through one of these, all right? For example, I want to sell more 2019 Rogue SLs, all right? I got some Nissan dealerships here, right? 1, 2, 3. All right, I got some Nissan dealerships. Look, guys, every single one of your manufacturers, you all have a vehicle that's very, very similar to this, right? And in most cases, has three very distinctive audiences. A younger audience with an active lifestyle, a smaller family audience, and also a retiree audience as well, right? But if I'm going to sell Rogue SLs, and I want to increase my traffic by 25%, then guys, you need to deep dive into that. Find out who from your dealership is buying these cars, okay? This is not the pray and spray method. That's done. If I hear that one more time, I swear I'm going to lose it, okay? We need to deep dive and really understand who's buying these cars. Once we've defined that audience that's going to help us meet those goals, then and only then can we actually start talking about creative. Now let's talk about creative. Okay. For the longest time, we've been under the strategy that one ad, one piece of creative meets everybody's needs, wants, and desires. And that's absolutely insane. In a world of everything moving incredibly fast and being able to create creative, I mean, right now, we were making pieces of creative while we were talking, guys. Like, it's insane to run one single piece of ad out there and assume that one piece of creative is going to work for every single audience you have. You need to be audience specific in your creative, right? That means that retiree folks, they get a very specific piece of creative. That younger lifestyle folks are going to get a very specific piece of creative, all right? That small family, what do you think that creative is going to look like? Guys, start thinking about this, all right? Know your audience. Do it for the audience, all right? That's absolutely key. And look at the engagement, all right? I am so sick and tired of talking about clicks and impressions and CTR rates. And guys, it doesn't mean squat, all right? You need to look at the overall engagement, okay? We need to look at the likes, the shares, the clicks, the comments, the video watches, the time on landing pages, the form fills, the phone calls, and yes, the floor traffic, okay? All of that is the collective engagement of the one piece of creative that you put out there. And it is your job as your dealership's marketing expert to know all of that and to be able to translate that out. That's why I love that Moneyball scene. Because, I mean, literally, if you're deep diving into it, that is what your day looks like. Your day is just pouring over analytics to ensure that your creative is hitting that right audience and that they're engaging with it at the highest level. Now, guys, we got a strategy for you, and that's what we're going to go through next. Facebook. On your guys' table, Facebook couldn't make it today, but they donated some great mugs, so everybody gets a little take home, all right? Fun fact about those mugs, you can't actually order any of this product online. It actually has to be ordered and delivered directly from the California location. So I am told that the blue ones in the back are the ones that Zuckerberg actually drinks his coffee out of. I don't know if that's true or not, but sounds cool. I actually dig the black and white ones a lot better. So let's talk about Facebook. Let's talk about Instagram. Guys, when I talk about it, it's kind of one and the same. All right, the facts. Canadians spend 3 to 4 hours a day looking at their mobile device. 3 to 4 hours a day staring at this little tiny device. Like that's kind of crazy, right? 1 in every 4 minutes is spent on Facebook or Instagram. Like 1 in every 4 minutes. Guys, these are Canadian stats, okay? I'm not pulling this stuff from the US. These are Canadian stats. Actually, Canada actually has the most active Facebook users in the entire world, all right? As a per capita, per country, we have the most Facebook. In fact, actually in Ontario, 67% of all people in Ontario have a social media account. So when I walk into a dealership and I hear somebody say, you know, I just don't think my customer's on there. So I put my head down and go, bullshit. All right, they're on there, all right? We all know who the fastest growing audience on social media is, right? On Facebook? It's that 45 plus audience. Instagram's on fire right now. I mean, how many people have started to slowly move over from Facebook and is now incredibly active on Instagram? Raise your hands real quick. Right? Like, things are moving at a pace. That doesn't mean you forget about Facebook. Please don't, okay? I think of Facebook, when you think of Facebook, I like to think of Facebook as like that local pub. You know, when you were a kid, you had that like one bar that you kind of always went to. It seems like here in the GTA, you guys all had this one club or a series of clubs that you always kind of went to when you were 19 or 25 or 20-something, all right? As you get older, you will come back for that nostalgic purposes, okay? So Facebook ain't going away. Instagram is active right now. Here's a fun fact, guys, a little one for you. Thursdays and Fridays, online engagement is 18% higher. We're looking at capitalizing every single penny you have. I am never asking someone to increase their budgets, all right? It is my job to take whatever budget they have and to take full advantage of that. Now, with that said, there are budgets that are reasonable, okay? Guys out there, if you're spending $500 on Facebook and Instagram, just stop. If we just lit it on fire, the smoke itself would actually bring more engagement. Okay, like get into the pool. Okay, don't stick your foot in it. All right, really get into that pool, and it is an impressive pool. It really is. All right, in our industry, we love 3-letter acronyms and 4-letter words. You guys are all laughing because you know it's true. It is. Our entire industry is made of 3-letter acronyms and 4-letter words. All right, so we decided to come up with our own 3-letter acronym. Now, this is going to be your strategy, okay? It's AIR. Think of it, that's what you guys are going to breathe. It's what you're going to own. As a marketing person, this is going to be your essence, okay? AIR stands for awareness, interest, and remarketing. We got to keep thinking about that every single time that I go and I get a goal and objective from my parts manager or a goal and objective from my service or my new car manager, all right? I start developing out those audiences, all right? I got to start thinking how I'm going to generate awareness, how I'm going to drive interest, and how I'm going to develop a remarketing strategy that's going to make sure they actually come into my dealership. Call to action. All right, we're going to start, there we go. We're going to start with awareness, okay? Multiple audiences on awareness are absolutely key. So right now we're going to talk about audience, okay? So at the awareness level, all right, we are going to use the example of single male females between the ages of 22 to 30 with active lifestyles. This is skiing, hiking, snowboarding, all right? This is in your PMA. Oh, by the way, let's talk about PMAs real quick. If you guys are currently advertising outside of your PMA, unless your message is so insanely unique that not another dealership can actually duplicate it, you are just simply marketing for them, not for you.
And I appreciate it.
Yes. Because we've actually seen it happen. We've actually seen competing dealerships, all right, side by side, spend a buttload of money into another's market, yet they're the ones that actually reap the benefit of that spend, Okay, so keep it within your space. All right, trust me. There's a lot of fish in your own pond. Do not go outside of your pond. It's really not necessary. All right. Maybe a multiple audience, parents between the ages of 30 and 45 with 2 kids at home. All right, under the age of 15. Guys, this is how granular we can get. All right, you need to spend time to develop these audience. Male retirees between the ages of 55 and 65. All right, we're going to target people that have gone to vehicle-specific websites, traffic that are lookalikes. Anybody in here has done Facebook advertising and create a lookalike audience? Okay, you got to take advantage of those lookalike audience. Okay, at the awareness level, this is where we want to create the lookalike audience. And the reason that we do that at the awareness level is because it's where if you think of it kind of like a fountain, all right, we're going to fill up this big tub, and the tub's going to flow down into our interest level and then continue to flow down into our remarketing level, right? So at the awareness level, all right, we're going to throw in existing customers. We're going to do some lookalikes off of those. Guys, when you throw in your existing customer database into your lookalike audience, divide them out to being vehicle specific. Don't just take your whole database of 6,000 people and just dump it in and say, I want those lookalikes. Like, take the time and actually divide them out. It doesn't, literally just hit the sort button on Excel. You're good, okay? Landing page traffic, all right? We want to create lookalikes also based on our landing page traffic. Okay. This is what we want to serve up to them, all right, at the awareness level. A quick 15 to 30 second video presenting your product or service. Okay, video, and I really mean video, guys. All right, the average cost of a video view right now in our office is between 3 to 5 cents per view. Okay, 3 to 5 cents. That's incredibly cheap, and allows me to really test, does anybody actually really care about the message that we're actually putting out there? Okay. Well, obviously, we're taking, this is actually real time, guys. This is what this would look like. We're using a Facebook Instant Experience. Does anybody know what a Facebook Instant Experience is? Don't get confused with Instagram. I know it's kind of a weird word. I'm not sure why they selected that. All right. In the past, you've had the 1-2 punch when it comes to ads, right? Here's my ad, click it, boom, go to my landing page. 1-2, that's it. Okay. Facebook's got a great option right now, and you understand there's 20 some odd ad formats, 11 different ways to place it. There's a lot of different options there, right? The Instagram experience is a great place, right? Or sorry, the Facebook Instant Experience is a great place. It gives you a 1-2-3 punch, okay? First I click on it, it opens up a small micro page, and that's actually what you're seeing right here, okay? I wet your whistle, give you a little taste of what the next experience is going to be, okay? That gets you kind of sucked in. As you see, as you flow down to the bottom, that's where that next call to action is, that build and price or shop our inventory, okay? So instead of the 1-2 punch, it's the 1-2-3 punch, okay? We want to build out video pieces for each individual audience, okay? This one, obviously, we targeted a active lifestyle audience. Actually, went pretty broad with the age here on this particular one, simply because there wasn't a heck of a lot of budget, so we didn't necessarily have enough budget to actually split it out. Optimization, how do you want to optimize that awareness level campaign, okay? Like I said, video views is it. Optimize an ad delivery for 10-second video views. Actually, you do have the option of going 3-second or 10-second video views in Facebook. I would not recommend going 3-second, even though Facebook says like your brain can actually recognize what they're saying in a 3-second period. All right, I really recommend to optimize for 10 seconds. Low frequency. All right, frequency is actually really the key thing here. And the funny thing is that's actually not a new strategy, by the way. Right? Frequency has been around for a long time. When you guys bought radio ads, it was all about frequency. When you bought TV ads, it was all about frequency. You weren't going to jump into a radio ad or jump into a TV ad, all right, and only run it one time with expecting something to happen. So low frequency against those audience, because again, we're testing to see who's actually biting here, all right? We want to keep a frequency around 2 to 4 times over a 30-day period. All right, how do we get frequency? That's the reach, how many people you're targeted, divided by how many impressions there are, okay? Now, all based on your budget, right? Okay, again, we're trying to optimize for frequency, not ad spend, okay? So if your budget can only give you the ability to reach 5,000 people with maintaining that frequency level, then that's what you do. All right, if your budget gives you the opportunity to reach 15,000 people and maintain that frequency, then that's what you do, okay? That means that you're not diluting, all right, the actual effectiveness of the strategy. You're maintaining the effectiveness of the strategy. All right, interest level. So now I created awareness, All right, I measure the engagement of the awareness level, in this case, video views, likes, shares, comments, clicks, the whole shebang, the whole full thing, okay? That is the one thing I do love by starting with a video, though, is because we can actually measure how much time you actually spend and watch the video. So if you go through the full 30 seconds, cool, I'll move you down to the next level. If you clicked on and opened up the little micro page, cool, I'll move you down to the next level, right? If you take specific actions like sharing or comment, cool, I'm gonna move you down to the next level, all right? But if you don't, then I'm done with you. It's cool, all right? I spent roughly 5 to 10 cents to find out if you actually gave a crap about the message I had out there. That's a pretty great ROI, just to see if you're even interested. Now, if you are interested, this is where we're gonna get pretty thick, okay? Let's talk about the audience, all right? Now we wanna go people that are interested. We don't want to create awareness, people are actually interested. So people that have already gone to your website traffic that's already showing interest, right? So we're going to put that into that bucket. Landing page traffic, hey, the same thing. They visit the landing page, we need to put that into that bucket as well. And of course, awareness level video views, just like we were talking about. We're going to put that into our bucket, all right? And we create an interest level audience bucket. Now, what does that creative look like? This is where you're going to get a little thicker with your creative, all right? I recommend 3 to 4, actually, since I've written this one out, we're probably closer to 6 to 8 pieces of creative at that interest level, right? And the reason for that is because we're going to optimize this interest level for a long period of time. Actually, at this level, we're marketing to them about 30 to 60 days, right? We know that the shopping process, all right, for a buyer is 60 to 90 days long, okay? So putting a single piece of creative out there and just hoping that they're going to engage with that at that right specific time is just never going to work, okay? So we want to stretch this bad boy out. This is where we really want to get into features, okay? If you notice, not price. I don't have price up here, okay? It's nothing but straight features because I'm trying to determine at what level are they actually interested in, all right? If I put in my interest level campaign, if I'm putting 4 to 6 to 8 pieces of creative in there, how many pieces of creative do I want them to engage with before I take them down to that next level, okay? Again, here we want to take them over to the clicks here, either a call to action for a shopping experience. Instagram ad stories right now, we're crushing it right now in Instagram ad stories. Instagram came out with a great format a while back, is that you can actually, within your story, actually put a swipe up function. But to do so, you needed 10,000 followers, okay? Instagram put that out there. It went really, really well. They went, we can monetize this. And that's exactly what they did. So roughly about 6 or 9 months ago, they launched this. We waited a little bit. Here's the thing with Facebook and Instagram. They like to test a lot of things. They'll put something out there. If they feel like it don't work, they'll remove it. And they'll do it really quickly, and sometimes they can tell you they're going to do so. Optimizations. Now, since we're at the interest level, it's not necessarily about how much of the video they consumed. It's about the actual next level engagement, all right? Did they shop my inventory? Did they click over to my landing page, okay? Did they swipe through my carousel, okay? Now we're gonna start getting specific. We're gonna start optimizing for placement, okay? There are 11 different placements on Facebook and Instagram, all right? Between them, themselves, their network, desktop, mobile, all right? There are 11 different options, all right, to optimize for. Now, again, here's what we're going to do. Guys, we're taking small budgets to make them squeeze as far as we possibly can, okay? We can't just have the spray and pray when it comes to placement, okay? We need to identify the placements that are giving us that best return, all right? It's giving us that highest engagement, and when it's good, you go all in, right? All right, that's what we want to do here. We want to go all in on those placements or those devices that are bringing us that engagement, all right? Frequency needs to step up, okay? We want to optimize for about 6 to 8 times. That means I'm going to present this ad to you about 6 to 8 times over a 30 to 60 day window, okay? Again, if you don't engage with it, that's cool, we're done. I continue to move on. I'm not going to take you down to my next level bucket, okay? Average cost per click here can range anywhere between 60 cents to $1.20. It does cost a little bit more. Why? Because we're going over a 60-day window. And we've increased our frequency again, okay? Remarketing. Your audience, a lot of opportunity here, right? And it all has to do with engagement, okay? This is where now, since we've driven traffic now to your VDP pages, we want to include that into our remarketing. but we also want to include all interest level engagement. So you can start to see, we start with a big fishnet, start filtering through all the people that actually consumed the video or gave a crap about what we had to say. At the interest level, we presented anywhere between 4 to 6 pieces of creative to determine what their interest level actually is. If they engage with at least half of those pieces, so about 3 to 4 pieces of creative at the interest level, then and only then will I move them onto the remarketing. And this is where we get really specific, okay? This is where we'll present a time-sensitive campaign, or in this case, an actual payment. All right, and it's a call to action, you know. Click here to learn more. Call me now. Messenger. All right. I got a couple dealerships in here that right now are crushing it on Messenger. Does everybody know?
The Lexus GX 460. It offers an unparalleled level of comfort with an option of electronically operated third row and developing package chairs.
Okay. We're good. Sorry, Messenger.
The Lexus GX 460.
We're going to pass that one. Okay. We're gonna pass that one. Messenger. Did you guys know that you can actually install Messenger on your website right now for no cost? Okay. It's a really sweet tool. In fact, I got 1 or 2 people in here that right now that are selling cars directly off of Messenger, and it's a completely free tool. All right. Facebook does know a little understand a little something about audiences. All right, I love the Facebook Marketplace. If you guys aren't currently on Facebook Marketplace, you need to be on Facebook Marketplace. I love what they did on Facebook Marketplace. They said, we're not going to let you fill out a form because nobody actually responds back to those things. All right, it's a bad experience. So Facebook said, if you're going to participate in Marketplace, then you need to be prepared to actually engage with the customer in real time at that moment. So Messenger is great. It's a great way to communicate. Plus, guys, the other advantage of Messenger is that it's cross-device platform. Okay. I mean, I can start my conversation here, and I can continue my conversation here, and then I can pick up the conversation back here. All right? There's not a live chat system out there that can do that, and this one's free. All right, optimization of that remarketing level. Okay, we're going to really increase frequency at this point. Okay, really high frequency. All right, at this point, it's the ask. Now I'm actually asking for something. You got to understand, most strategies out there just go straight for the ask. Well, I'm not going straight for the ask, okay? I created awareness. I determine interest. Now I'm coming in for the ask, all right? And when I ask 15 to 20 times over a 30-day window. I ask a lot, all right? And for the simple reason, guys, that at this point, they've engaged with so many pieces of your creative, it is completely fair to do so at this point. It really is, okay? They didn't just go to your website one time. They didn't engage with one piece of creative. At this point, they've gone to your website multiple times. They've engaged with multiple pieces of creative, okay? It is completely, utterly fair right now for the ask. Ask them to fill out that form. Ask them to engage with you on Messenger. Ask them to do call. By the way, you actually can do call ads, call now ads, where you can present them the message and literally it connects straight to you guys' phone. All right. Average cost of a lead down here is about 10 to 20 bucks. Not bad for someone who's that's responding to an action, all right? It is a call to action. It is a payment. It is an offer. I'm good on time. Okay. I may have gone over that a little fast. I have a tendency of doing so. Any questions real quick about that air strategy? Shoot.
Question on Messenger.
Yep.
On your website, does it record the information of the users you use in a remarketing list? If they're on your website and they use the Messenger,
You can create a bucket like that. Yeah, absolutely. You can go to audiences and develop out an audience that have engaged with you on Messenger. And the cool thing is all those chats are also saved as well, of course, on your Messenger. Yep. Any other questions, guys? I did that good. Good job. All right. That's very cool. Okay. Well, good. It's perfect time. So that worked out really, really well. Guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to break. We got to leave this room, all right, for about 30 or 40 minutes. Okay. They're going to reset the entire room. If they can do it a little faster, I'm going to come grab you guys. But if you want, feel free to grab a drink, and we can hang completely out here. Can we take drinks into the lobby?
Yes, you can.
Okay. All right. Cool. As you guys walk in, there's a huge monster lobby out there. Oh, outside for cigarettes? No drinks outside. Okay. No drinks outside. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. All right. The mugs are yours. Yeah, you leave them here. No, grab your mug. If you're going to keep your mug, grab your mug because all the tables will be moved. Thanks. Appreciate it, Steve. Thanks, guys.